Hello, welcome to Iron Chariot 601. So today I'll be showing my Napoleon France campaign strategy. Okay, so I will be doing a full campaign walkthrough, but first I'll show you some of the testing I've done. I played this in my own time, so to derive at my front wall strategy, this is what I've done. So yeah, I'll show you all the save files. So let's see the Europe. This is the first turn. Okay. Alright, so this is Europe. Let me check the volume first. Don't think I hear any sound. Okay, I think my audio is finally back. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, so this is the very first turn. So on the first turn, what you have to do is, let's see. Okay, sorry. Okay, the first turn is you play as France. So your strategy is that you have to start a campaign against Austria. Priority should be here. The Italy and the German front and as well as the UK front, these three are of less priority than the what is it called, the Austria front. So let's see. Okay, so this is turn 1. Let's move on to turn 2. Let's skip ahead. So at this time my income is 979. So because I've been spending money on certain things like recruiting more troops, which cost money. So yeah, I replaced my garrison forces with militia because they're cheaper to maintain. So I disband all the expensive unit and I started build an army. So this is Army of Italy. So Army of Italy, I plan to have four fusiliers of light. I like the even number of troops up. So just the proportion has to be a nice number. 1-8 over full artillery. So this is the Army of Italy. You will march on to take on Venice, and you have 2 choices here. So I'm sending my cavalry over to this one, and this. So this will be a complete army. So Napoleon, with this army, will march over to take on Prague. Vienna, we will take Prague first. We cannot conquer Vienna because at this time Vienna is guarded by a large armies. So yeah, that's why. Okay, then for Prague, it's defended by a smaller force, so it's easier for me to take. Bavaria is my ally. Also, the thing about diplomacy is important. Make sure that Spain and Bavaria and all these countries don't breed alliance with you, because you don't have to send an army to maintain the front here. So we want them to have our back. Also, once I take Prague, I believe Saxony and Prussia will start to declare war on me. So yeah, you have to fight later. I have to fight a war with Saxony, and after I make a puppet of Saxony, then Prussia then I have to take Berlin. So yeah, let me see. Okay, so this Napoleon. So my main effort will be this direction, because the Russian army will be coming to help out as well. Also, the Russian army can either march through Bavaria, or they will come and help the Austria in the Italian front. So there are 2 fronts to be fought here: Italian front and Austria front. You have to capture Vienna. It's a very important city for them, because once you capture Vienna, the Austria, they are in no position to oppose you further, because Vienna is like the economic center. Just like after you take London, then the rest of UK is easy to conquer, because London is the main economic power, the main economic center. Same as Prussia. Once you take Berlin, then the rest of Prussia is easier to deal with. If not, they'll start recruiting lots of troops. Don't forget my difficult setting is hard, very hard. So the AI has lots of free money to recruit more and more units. So now so I send this army here. I'm slowly building an army to defend Paris because the UK will soon not drop the troops to invade Paris. So while we're doing all these economies, now make sure your income is not negative. Have a decent income. So if let's say the income is getting too low, like maybe now it's 979, I think it's best to stop recruiting more units until you conquer another city. Then you can start to build more unit. This is how I manage the economy. So constantly I'll check the income. So if the income is like now 979, if I think this income is too little, I stop recruiting new unit because it will cost upkeep. There will be upkeep cost. So I'll stop recruiting new units. I will either spend the money here on invest. I'll spend my money to invest in economic buildings like roads or town or market. So this will increase my income for the next few turns. Then I can start to recruit more and more units. So the economy is important. Without a strong economy, you can't build a large army, period. You need a large army to conquer the entire of Europe, especially of France, this country, because it's a land army. Ships, you keep them in port. You can disband them if your income here is getting so bad. You need to save more money. You can disband the ships up. Like if you have good economic management, then you can keep the ships. You don't need to disband them. So I'm not disbanding that unless I really become low on money. So we check your income every turn. So this will allow you to fuel a large army. So every city capture or loss is a loss of income here. So yeah, so make sure Napoleon. That's why I quickly send Napoleon over to conquer Prague because I need Prague to provide additional income here. Then I can start to recruit more and more units. So this is late February. And now let's see. Late February. Late February. So there's a Battle of Venice. Okay. So I was able to win this battle. I'll show you the trick how I win this. You see, on the surface, they outnumber me more than twice. But the thing is that first our soldiers are a little bit better than them. And second, we have cavalry advantage, which is important. Because the thing is like, my common battlefield strategy for Napoleon campaign is very simple. You first use your artillery to kill their cavalry. Because the enemy will send the cavalry towards your front. They will send their cavalry to charge at your front line in a very dumb way. So you use your artillery to kill their cavalry. Once their cavalry is gone, you can send your cavalry to take out the artillery because the artillery is unguarded by the cavalry. Only the cavalry is fast enough to catch yours. So after you destroy their cavalry and artillery support, then you have the advantage of combined arms. Artillery, infantry, and cavalry work together to finish off this infantry. Even though they have more infantry than us, but the combined arm tactics will help us win a Napoleon battle like this. So I wish I could show you, but I'll find a time to show you how I win. It's a very easy win. Remember, my battle difficulty is very hard, so the AI get lots of cheats. But the thing is that I mean cheat in terms of morale. So even with these crappy troops, they can still shoot at a higher accuracy than normal. So but we still can win against the AI with better tactics. I wish I could show you, but maybe next time. Yeah, so continue siege. So I take Venice. So my army of Napoleon is still replenishing. Or what happened is that because there's a large Austrian army here, so I defeat this large Austrian army that's marching towards Bavaria. So now I'm replenishing. So Russia is Mikhail Kutuzov is sending an army to attack Bavaria. So I send my reserve army under Michael Ney to guard Bavaria, guard my allies. So hopefully this Russian army they won't dare to attack here in this direction. So now so let's see the army of Paris, how is it doing? So I have 4 Fusilier and 2 artillery. So this front is quiet. Why is my income? 741, so it's getting less. So once I take Prague, then I guess my income will increase again. Hanover, so far the Prussia haven't declared war on us yet, but they will soon later. Yeah. I might start recruiting more units here. But the thing is, you have to see your income. If your income is this amount, no point recruiting an army here. I just treat that Hanover will be lost to the Prussian, like, how to say, eventually, so there's no point having a large army here. Because this front is, this territory is isolated. I mean, just see depends on, hopefully Prussia doesn't declare war on me as early as possible. Then I have time to recruit a large army here. But for now, because of the income and the bad position, I'll just ignore this. I'll ignore the army of Germany. Alright, okay, so now let's see the army of Italy. Okay. So after the Battle of Viennese, Battle of Viennese. So let's go to turn 12. Let's skip forward. So my income has increased to 1373. That's why you have to manage your economy very wisely. I captured Venice, and I defeated. I believe I was able to defeat this. Later, this army will come and attack. So I believe I was able to beat this army. So this incoming army, how I beat is very simple. They have artillery superiority, so there's no way we can win a straight-on fight. But the thing is, I have reinforcement coming in from Bavaria. Remember that Michael Nell was initially guarding Bavaria against the Russian invaders here. But because I've planted a spy here, I know I have intelligence. I have intelligence of this area. So the Russian army actually retreat back to Vienna. So I can send my Michael Nell army over here to reinforce Jean Andre Massena in this Italian front. So I'm in a better position to fight this Austrian army. So yeah, go. So this part is fine here. So I capture Bavaria, Bohemia. So I'm replenishing my army here. Napoleon has the Olga elite infantry in this army. So Saxony has declared war on us, and they are sending a large army. So you look at the army there, it's quite outnumbered mine, but don't forget mine is very elite army. My army is elite, theirs is not. So if you have superior battlefield tactics, you still can win, even though the battle difficulty is hard. Prussia also declared war on us. So far they haven't sent an army here to invade Hanover, but sooner or later they will. So I believe why this, I start recruiting some unit here. Hopefully I have some resistance here. Why I send my army out of these cities so that I have room to retreat. Because if the Prussian army come and march and surround my city, this army is trapped and I have no way to escape. But one thing to know is that if they start to attack your place, this one will automatically reinforce this city and there's no way you can retreat this army out. So this army will still be dead. So my advice is like, if you see a Prussian army here, better send this army escape back to friendly territory. If not, if they start to siege Hanover, this army will reinforce Hanover and this army will be dead anyway. But the thing is, Prussia has this city here, so I'm kind of trapped. I guess one way I have to do is march back to a castle, but castle is neutral. So I have to ask for a military request to go back to Strasbourg or Alsace-Lorraine. So you remember that there's a... So this is probably the Rhine River. So it's defending our border from this Prussian city. So there's a bridge over here. So if you have army, you need an army to guard this bridge. If not, they'll start to cross. If this Prussian army decided to invade France territory, what you can do is you can cross the bridge, come over here and take Brussels. Also, don't forget we have Netherlands as ally. So Netherlands will provide a strong buffer in this here. So the most important is we try not to lose Paris. Because Paris is a very important economic city. So once we lose Paris, our entire war effort will collapse. So if the Prussian want to do, they can march an army here, go down here, come over here, take this and go to Paris. So just be careful of that. Okay. Now it's late June. Okay, so now let's go to late October, Europe, late October 1805. Okay, so now what happened is that okay, I believe there are certain things that happen. Okay, what happened is that the British took the British army sent I share my income. My income has come back to here. Also, don't forget previously I captured Vienna and Prague, so these provide a boost to my economy. So okay, so now the Austrian army is sieging of Venice again. So this is another army from Austria. So I decided to fight them again. So let them I'm still replenishing. So you prepare for the grind. The grind, that means that the enemy AI will keep sending army down here. You have to keep fighting, and keep winning until they just get tired of it. So it's a grind because this is a very hard difficulty setting. So the enemy have a lot of AI. They have a lot of mind to keep recruiting a large army. So the Russian also will come and help, and I have to keep beating them off using my micromanagement skills on the battlefield. So Prague, I believe was taken. Yeah, but I managed to defeat Saxony and make it a protectorate. So I want to start to march on Berlin. So you need a lot of micromanagement skills and keep testing your strategy in order to win. So what happens is that UK suddenly joined army here, and what they do is they took Britannia. So I was able to recruit a large army here. I was able to recruit a large army at Paris, march over here, and took out the UK army that was garrisoning this city. But then because this city happened to rebel, and this is the Britannic revolutionary that are at war, so I have to send my army to retreat back to French territory because currently they are replenishing. So if they attack me, I will lose a lot of men. So I need to conserve my army strength. So I have to take it back next time. So it's okay to lose a few city. Losing a few city means your income next time will get a hit, but you can always retake it back. So that's where your income. So you can always earn the money back. That's my point. So don't panic if you lose a few city to the enemy. Most important, don't lose Paris because it's a very important city. So now the British were persistent. They send another army over here. So to send this army back to Paris and fight this invaders off. So Austria and Russia, they were persistent. They keep sending army in this direction to take Vienna. So you have to patient, just micromanage and fight. Defeat every incoming army with minimal casualties. Then you just replenish your army and hit them back. The thing is, as long as you have the income, you don't go bankrupt, then you can constantly fund your war effort. So I made Dresden, Saxony my puppet. So late October. Okay, load game. Alright, okay. So now back to here. My income 1.8, yes, increase. So we have managed to secure Vienna. But they still have a large army here. Okay, so this is my ally, the army of Italy. Who is this? Oh, my ally, Baden-Württemberg. I think this one. So something like ally will come and help. Like the Italy army will come and sometimes help you fight off the Austrian invaders here. So always keep your ally to you. Your allies are very useful in holding the fronts, especially in this multi-front war. We are fighting against enemy coming from different directions. So this is the British army. I have to fight them. So I have to beat them. Once I recover this, I can beat this army. the thing about the British light infantry is that their infantry is much better than you in terms of their shooting accuracy. So you don't always you don't hope that your French troop units will beat them in a straight on fight, shooting fight, like straight on like shooting match. So you should use your cavalry to come and help sometimes, and your artillery as well. Use the musket shot, use the canister shot to blow a hole in the enemy, in the British line. So this is a very strong unit to fight them again. So my ships are here. I try to conserve my ship. So once French defeat this British army and recover, we can start to cross the English Channel and take London. So my Netherlands, my Batavian, or what I call my Dutch allies are very helpful. So that's why the Prussia don't dare to invade me from this direction because my Dutch allies are here. Let's see diplomacy. Are they at war with my allies? Really, the Prussian is not at war with my Dutch allies. Interesting. So I send my army here. I send Napoleon wait here so I can start to attack Berlin. At the same time, Prague is undefended. So anytime the Austrian army can come all the way here and take Prague. So I'm ready to march back to retake Prague if need be. So it's important to retake any city that you lose because every city will represent income. So you want to earn back the money. So I also know this is basically Army of Germany's responsibilities to take Berlin as well as to defend Prague from the Austrian army from this direction. So I don't think that Austrian army will dare to send another army down here. Remember of logistics. If they want to invade in this direction, they have to march this super long route to Bavarian. So this is where I can quickly reinforce my allies here. Like maybe I can send my army here to come here and protect Bavaria or whatever. So logistics is important. So I think I'm in a position to retake Zagreb or Croatia once this army finish recovery. So I believe I defeat the Russian army here. I did defeat a Russian army around here. Okay, late November. Okay, late December. Let's see. Okay, so I fight the British force. Okay, good. So this, yeah, I did some testing. Let me do some. So one way to test your strategy is you can do some quick testing. So you just like fast forward a few turns. So you just do auto resolve every battle. Then you see where to move your army in the most efficient way to capture your objective like Vienna, Berlin, and London. So the Russian army came down here, and I actually defeat the Russian army here. So they are reduced to this number. So I also took Zagreb and Croatia. All these are testing phase. So I'm ready to take Berlin after that. So this will cripple the Prussian war effort. My income has increased as well. So I defeated the British army here. Okay, so the Britannia rebels have retake Venice. So I lost Britannia. But the thing is, you see, my income is still not impacted because I manage my economy very well. I keep investing in economic buildings like market, roads, and all this to make sure I have some income in case I lose this city. At least my other cities that are more developed with economic infrastructure, they still can make up for the lost income from this city. So always invest your economic city, especially around Paris, because you are not allowed to lose Paris at all costs. So invest the economic buildings around Paris. So at least if you lose this city, your income won't take a hit around here. So Army of Paris is replenishing. So once ready, I will send him to defeat these Britannia rebels, and I also have to retake Britannia. So I need to take back my money. Then I can start recruiting more units. So this one is ready. So we got this situation under control. Also, Prussia has taken Hanover. So we lost the army of Germany around here. Okay, so pass phase. Let's skip ahead. So I did climb testing fast forward. So now Austria is trying to take back Zagreb. I did some scorched earth, so I left because I need to send my army back to save Venice from the Russian or Austrian invaders. So I have to leave this unguarded. But what I've done is I've like destroyed the buildings around here. So even if they retake it, retake this city, the money is still not a lot. So this army is ready. So I might save. I think I might save Zagreb, or I will fight this Austrian army here. Then I also take Berlin. So after I did this by auto resolve, not micromanagement. If you actually do the micromanagement on a real battlefield, you can suffer much less casualty. So I recommend micromanagement. I did auto resolve because I quickly test my fast forward a few turns ahead and test my strategies. So I just auto resolve, don't care. So we have took Berlin, but Berlin have negative publicity. So very soon there will be rebellion, or there will be large rebel army. So currently Napoleon is replenishing at a very fast rate. Look at this fast replenishment rate. Because Berlin has very good infrastructure. So I send my army over here. So where's the army of France? Okay, so we have defeated this. This is the lone. We just defeated the British invaders here, so they're left with this number. So the army of Paris under the Val has retake Brittany. So after this region is under our control, we can start to invade London. Also, the thing about army of Venice. Oh, by right, we lost two important generals, so I recruit a new general to lead the army of Italy. Okay, let me fast forward. Also, Ottoman Empire has declared war on us. So there will be a new front here. Okay, I managed to save Croatia. From Otto. So yeah, but don't forget, an Ottoman army will start to march over here. It's okay to lose this territory. The thing about winning war is you have to try to prioritize certain cities. Like I'd rather lose Croatia than Venice because of the money. Look at the money. This one only give you 1.2k, but this one give you 2.7k. So my income has been quite decent, 1.7k. So I send my spy here. There's only one Austrian army. There's only one Austrian army guarding Venice. So Vienna. So this is my opportunity to take Vienna. After this one has fully recovered. But now replenishment is very slow. So Saxony is my puppet. So I took Berlin. Yeah. After I took Berlin, my next move is to capture this entire region. All these are resource-rich region. I was getting Hanover to secure my flank here because I scared the Prussia would invade Paris from this direction. So I sent my army of France to here. So I'm ready to invade and take London using this army. Davao will be in charge of taking London. So we have captured Berlin. Alright, okay. So our army is here. Once we defeat this army, we can take London. Alright. Oh, you don't forget I basically auto-resolve. That's why you can see our casualties is quite high. If we actually play manually, I believe we can reduce the casualties much better. I'm just testing the strategy by fast forwarding. So this is not the actual game. So I've taken Vienna also through auto-resolve just to see how my strategy will play out in the future. So I've taken Vienna, Berlin, and if I believe I actually play manually, if I play normally, I believe I can take London as well. So this has fulfilled capturing the three capital cities of our enemies is the first step in winning the war against the coalition. So I hope you enjoy, and please subscribe, yeah, and like. Thank you very much.